up, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy Johnny. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you how to do custom boot animations on your Steam Deck. So if you remember the days with homebrewing on the PSP that you could do a custom boot animation for the PSP, well, you can also do that for the Steam Deck, which is really awesome because it allows you to customize your device a little bit more instead of getting the regular Steam Deck boot that you usually are used to. Alright, so in the intro of the video, you saw a custom boot animation example, what you will see on your Steam Deck when it boots up. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go into Steam menu, which you have your Steam menu button there on your Steam Deck. Oops, I used the wrong thing. But anyways, use your Steam menu button. It's kind of difficult for sometimes, I don't know why. But I do recommend you go to power and then you go switch to desktop. Now this may be a little bit weird for the first time if you're doing this, if you've never gone to your desktop, but eventually it will come up. Now I do recommend you use a keyboard and mouse simply because a keyboard and mouse is mainly important to navigate through a lot of the stuff on the Steam Deck. I can't live without it. I definitely like to have a keyboard and mouse. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and open up Mozilla and we're going to go to Google. I think it's already integrated, but anyways, we're going to look up for a GitHub page called Cage Rufu. Cage Rufu, which is an anime. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and look up the one that says startup animations. I will also be linking this in the description, so if you don't really have to Google it, it will be in the description if you want to do that as well. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so the next thing that you're going to want to do is you can install it with curl. I personally don't use curl, or you can also install it with this command right here. You're going to want to go ahead and copy that, and we're going to want to go ahead and we're going to go into our console command. I recommend going into your runs or your CMD, whatever that's called. Let's see if I can find it. Here it is. It's in system, and then you go to console. Alright, so my window's pretty small here. I'm gonna make it bigger so you guys can see. So one thing that I had to mention is that this guy basically has a couple of pre-made animations. You may not like them or you may like them. It's all up to your personal opinion. So once we copy that command text right there, we're going to put Control V. Oh, wait. There's no Control V here. Okay, Control Shift V. Okay. You can put Control Shift V or you can right click on the mouse paste. Alright, so once that is completed, ladies and gentlemen, you should be set to go for the most part. It doesn't really take that long. And there's also an install to uninstall. You can also uninstall it. There's a command on there as well. So you're gonna want to go into the home area. We're gonna go into the file explorer, and you can also make your own customized animation. So if you have like a animation that you want to make, you can also make it. Remember, the Steam Deck's resolution is 1280 by x1800, so that's the resolution. And you know, you just have to make it into a WebM image or M4A or WebM. Just convert it to that. There's several different softwares that you can do that with. So yeah, you can also convert it on here, but I know there's other softwares you can use as well. Not really gonna explain how to make it, but there's different softwares. Alright, so one other thing that you're gonna want to go. Sorry, I had to cut up a little part there, but what I was gonna tell you is to go into your file manager Dolphin, wherever you go. Go to the desktop or the home area. I'd actually recommend go to the home area, and you're gonna want to go into a folder that says homebrew, and you're gonna want to click on here, and you're gonna see your deck start up here, and this is where everything will be located on your startups. Now they're currently set as random, I believe, so they're just set as a randomize right now at the moment. You can set it up randomly, but yeah, you don't really have to install sh, I believe, because we already basically installed it. Well, you can go ahead and do it as well, but I think it's already installed. So in case if it's not working, just click on the install. And basically in this folder, what you have, as you guys can see, is the different type of animations they have. DSi, Nintendo DS, Dreamcast, PlayStation. And as you guys can see, it's the WebM formats. So it's the WebM format. Um, I don't know if I have a media player here. I don't think I have a media player, but basically we're going to switch over to the Steam Deck. That way you guys can actually see the animation. So I don't know if my capture card will get it, but let's go ahead and restart it and see if it actually picks up the animations. Alright, so let's restart our Steam Deck here. Hopefully it does pick it up on the capture card. Sometimes it doesn't, sometimes it does. Um, so yeah. Let's go. It's still restarting. It takes a little bit of time. I think I might not pick it up, but let's just see if it actually does pick it up. All right, it's taking forever to restart for some reason. I don't think it does pick it up. Okay, it did restart. I don't think it did pick it up. Yeah, it didn't pick it up. I don't know. Every time I use the capture card, it kind of like acts pretty strange for some reason. Oh no, it did pick it up. Okay, okay, it did pick it up actually. Yeah, it did. All right, it kind of randomized it. I'm probably gonna switch over to the Steam Deck and show you guys directly from the Steam Deck because I don't know why it showed the Steam logo. Usually, it's not supposed to do that. But as you guys saw, it did have an animation there, which I'll show you in the next part as well. All right, so I went ahead and shut off the Steam Deck to actually show it a little bit and how it's going to actually boot up when we actually start it. So I don't understand why mine is actually still showing up the Steam logo. It's not supposed to, but then it transitions completely into the boot animation. I'm assuming that's how the program is because I can't think of any other reason. And it does kind of slow down your boot up process. However, I always had the Steam Deck boot up for quite a bit. It takes a while. Now, I'm probably going to be showing you another method as well as how to boot up your Steam Deck. Because this is just one of the methods that you can do in order to boot up your Steam Deck. But I will be showing you another method as well that I got from Reddit that you can do in order to have a little bit faster animations and as well as this is the easy method. So we're going to go ahead and start all over again and I'm going to show you the next step on the boot animations. All right, so you guys saw that that's probably the easiest way to get a custom boot animation, and I would assume that if you want to go ahead and remove some of the animations, you can. So if you just want to put your custom animation here, as long as the video is compatible, like I told you what kind of resolution and what kind of formats, you should be able to do that. So you're just going to want to go ahead and delete all of them and put the one that you want. That way it doesn't randomize a lot of animations. Now the Steam Deck logo isn't supposed to show up. For some reason it's showing up on my end. I have no clue why it's showing up on my end, but for some people it's not showing up. So I don't know, maybe I did something wrong. But it still worked as you guys saw the boot animation. But it does take a while because this is pretty much a program loading up when you boot up. So it's understandably gonna take a little bit longer to boot up. But we're gonna go ahead and go into the second part of this video where we're gonna integrate it all into one single video where I will be showing you guys how to do a completely custom boot animation from the system OS files. This is a little bit more advanced. That way you actually get a boot animation that the OS recognizes and replaces the original 100% completely instead of actually having a program. But before we do that, if you don't want to do this method, you can also just uninstall it. It's easy. It gives you the option to uninstall and there you go. It basically uninstalls it out of your system. You just execute and it will uninstall everything of the animations if you don't want to do it in this method. All right, so we're gonna move on into the next method, and this one is going to be a little bit more complicated, but I will guide you to the steps, and we're gonna also look at a guide as well. That way we can actually do this together. All right, for the next step, I'm going to show you a more advanced way of doing it manually, where you're going to replace the files in the Steam Deck OS system. Now, this is if you want to do it manually. I only decided to do this option in the video because some people may just want to go a little bit more technical when they are going to be doing this. So I have this website where it's showing up the Google Drive, thanks to this person named TarXMD on Reddit. They made some pretty cool boot animations that you can download from his Google Drive link, which I will be linking in the description. I really like this one, so I'm going to go ahead and download it. You can download it in the regular file device by viewing the video, so you don't have to worry about a zip file, and that will usually go into your downloads folder. Or if you have a zip file, you can also download every single file as well and just extract it. One thing that I want to mention is that he also allows you to give you the instructions of basically on what to do, and they're all here. If you want to follow just by text instructions, that's okay as well. But we're doing a video, so let's go ahead and do the steps on our own. All right, so the next step that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to your file explorer, or we can call it Dolphin, whatever you want to call it. Let's go ahead and open our animation. Just make sure that we got the animation that we want. So as you guys can see here, if it's the custom animation, no, this is the official Steam Deck one. So we're gonna go to our downloads folder, and you're gonna, oh sorry, I went to the official folder of Steam Deck. But anyways, this is where the animations are in the downloads folder. Wherever folder you have, as you guys can see, it's a little bit different. Okay, so there you go. That's our custom animation. So we got it here. I usually like copying this or moving it to the desktop area so I can come back for it later. I'm just gonna move it there. Okay, so the next step you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to go to home, and the first thing you gotta do is you gotta show hidden files. Just click show hidden files right here, or if not, you won't be able to access the folders. You're gonna want to go to local, share, and you're gonna want to look for Steam. Once you go into Steam folder, you're gonna want to look for Steam UI. Once you're in Steam UI folder, you're gonna want to go in here. Now, one thing that I gotta mention is that when you have a Steam Deck or startup file in here, you're gonna want to back up your original one. You can put duplicate here. This is to back up your original one if you aren't wanting to actually, if you don't want to go ahead and change the one you currently have, or your original one, the one that comes with the system. You don't want to completely lose it. Just put duplicate here and you should get a copy of it. However, this is the original one, and as you guys can see, I can also open it up on my Firefox so we can play the file. Alright, there we go. So as you guys can see, that's the original boot animation for the Steam Deck OS. I'm gonna delete it because I already got a backup of it. I really don't need another one, so let's go ahead and delete it. I'm going to move here my other file, my new startup. As you guys can see, we're gonna open it up again, and you're gonna see the Steam Deck file as well. Alright, there you go. You see the new custom one. Alright, so there is still another step that you got to do. We're going to go into properties, and we're going to see what our file size is. As you guys can see, our file size is that. And you're going to want to go ahead and open terminal. This is important that you open terminal because you're going to have to truncate. You're going to have to put a command called truncate. Truncate, yeah. And then you're going to want to put -s, and you're going to want to put your file size that you have. In my case, it's 180/40. Depending on yours, it could be extremely different. So make sure to know what size file you have, because yours may be a little bit different from mine. The next step you want to do is you're going to want to, okay, so you're going to want to put the deck underscore the name of the startup file basically. .webm, and you're gonna want to press enter. Truncate command not found. Okay, that's weird. I don't know why. Did I spell it wrong? Oh yeah, I did. I spelled it wrong. Sorry about that. Truncate. Sorry about that. I'm gonna put the commands in the description. That way you guys can actually just copy it from there. But I did spell it wrong. Make sure to spell it right, because you may mess up like I just did. Spell it right and then press enter. Alright, so now it actually works. So I was able to truncate the file. As you guys can see, it worked. If you don't have any error or command not found, you should be good. Make sure to do the right spelling, because I really messed up. I messed up on the spelling, so that's why mine showed up a little bit different. Alright, so the next step you're going to want to do is you're going to go back and you're going to want to go to SSS. Now, as the same as the previous one, you're going to want to duplicate here if you want to back up your original one. I definitely recommend you do that, because you don't want to mess it up or anything. So just back up your original one and you should be good to go. Alright, so if you already duplicated your original one, all you're going to have to do is go open with kwrites, and it's going to give you this option right here, temporarily raise, limit, and reload files. Alright, so you can press Control F on the keyboard, or you can go to edit, find. A lot of people will want to find the easier way, so just go to edit, find, or Control F. And you're going to want to search for video, and once you're in video, you're going to want to make some adjustments here. Now, I already made the adjustments here, but I will show you guys what adjustments you need to make. You need to put number 1 on flex grow, and width you're going to have to put 100%. 100%. Remember, it's going to say PX on yours, but you're going to have to put 100%. So everything here has to be 100% with the percent sign. Yours may show up a little bit different with the PX. I don't know why mine isn't showing up already, but just put 100%. As long as you see the 100 and the blue percentage sign, you should be good. So you shouldn't worry. You're going to do the same for height, 100%. And with the percentage signs, usually it shows up with a PX orange sign there. But if you won't put 100%, you're gonna see exactly like mine. So just make sure to put it like mine. And I also put index 10. You don't have to put a percentage on index 10, but you don't really have to do that. So we're gonna put save. We're gonna exit out. Make sure to put save, and then you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to go ahead and open up your properties again with your library.css file. And once you're there, you're gonna want to go ahead and open up the terminal again. Similar to the other one, we're gonna do the truncate, or whatever you want to call it, or truncate thing that we did with the previous one. You're gonna dash S, and then you're gonna put the amount of memory that the file is, 380, 492. And the reason why it might not be the same as mine is because yours might be different. So my kilobytes, as you guys can see, are a bit different here. And you're gonna want to go ahead and put library.ss. And there you go, you truncate it, and that's pretty much the final step in the process. You can exit out of this, and we're gonna shut down the system, and hopefully we get booted into the right area. So I'm going to actually take off my dock as well while I shut it down, and I'm gonna switch over to my webcam, because I'm pretty sure you guys want to see exactly how the boot animation will look. Hopefully it works. Sometimes it glitches. It can be a little bit glitchy. I don't understand why, but it's just glitchy sometimes. All right, so let me put my cam. We're gonna put my cam on the computer, hopefully. That way you guys can see. I already turned off my system, so I took out my USB docks just to give you guys an example, and let's go ahead and boot it up. Now, sometimes, I'm gonna be honest with you, sometimes some of the installations do not go as I said they would go, because sometimes for some reason the OS kind of boots into something completely different. Like right now, I think it's not gonna boot up. It's gonna configure everything, so let's wait for it to boot up. Oh no, there you go. It actually booted up this time. As you guys can see, it does take a little bit of time, but it does end up working. One thing that I have to mention is that you definitely make sure that you put that percentage sign when you're gonna transfer the different files, because that's maybe one of the reasons why it kind of messes up. To be honest, I like this animation that this TerrXMD did on Reddit because it just looks really good in my opinion. It really doesn't take that long to boot. The Steam Deck, in my opinion, has always been kind of slow when it comes to booting. So I don't know. I always found it kind of slow, but it does take a little while to boot up. You can always remove the file, and the Steam Deck will actually automatically recover your original intro. I don't know why, but the Steam Deck system, if you find this too slow for your boot on your device, you can always delete it. And sometimes, even if you deleted the original one, you can still kind of recover it back to how it was. The Steam Deck OS is amazing. For some, their tools will definitely recover if something is corrupted on your Steam OS. It will apply an update and it'll recover it. So that's pretty much all you have to do in order for you to get a, if you want to do it more manually for just one different type of boot that you want to have on the Steam Deck. So that's pretty much it, guys. This is probably I probably gave you the easiest step to do a boot up as well. The program, the randomizer one, is really easy as well. Like I said, you just gotta delete certain files in that program. If you just want one boot animation, or you can put it in your own custom one as well. It's more easier for people and more friendly for people to use. Or you can do this step, which is more manual. Personally, I like this step a little bit more because I don't really have to have all different type of animations, and it just feels a little bit more official. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching this video. Make sure to hit that like button and the subscribe button for more content.